we're going to talk about our game of the year.
So, I think we have enough differences on what our game of the year should be in terms of like what we want to talk about, because game of the year is personal, that we should just bring our personal list and rules to this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have your own things that you want to talk about? I want to talk about the other games as well.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do that.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Do you have your list?
I don't have my list on me, but I have it all in my head.
Cool.
Yeah. So I wanted to mention two games that I played last year that were not released last year that I had a lot of fun with.
Yes.
So my old games of the year. The first one is Mass Effect. I played that game again. And the first game, the very first one.
Does that count if you're replaying them?
What do you mean?
Have you not played Mass Effect before?
No, I just played them. I'm just saying these are games that I just played in some capacity last year that they were really, really good games. They are still really, really good games. If you haven't played these games, you should play these games. Yeah. You should play Mass Effect. The other one is Final Fantasy 12. I played the remaster. Yeah. You should really fucking play that game.
I'm waiting for the Switch port.
Yeah. So I see here you've got...
I've got 3 different categories. I've got the 2018 games. I've got 2017 games. 2017 games I played in 2018, and then any older games, which is basically 2014 or 15.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't have the 2017 stuff because I played most of that stuff in that year.
Yeah, last year was a big catch-up year for me.
Yeah,
which was good.
Yeah, and you've got disappointing games and worse games there as well.
I think that's the stuff you wanted to talk about because I didn't.
I just wanted to I think I did it on the last time I was on the Amalgam show, which is just like I wanted to have a place to be like Darksiders 3 sucked.
Yeah.
And that really bummed me out. It was a bad way to end. Well, it wasn't the end of my year. But yeah, that game was just...
And I didn't play Fallout 76, so I'm not disappointed by it.
No, but man, that shit show continues.
Yeah.
There's class action lawsuits and fuck, man. They've patched in older bugs. Did you see that?
No, I haven't.
They did a patch. Recently, in the last week, and it brought back a bunch of older bugs, and it fucked
Skyrim when they were trying to fix that. They put in new bugs of dragons flying backwards. Fuck me.
No, they brought old bugs back, and the worst part about it was those bugs were all what's that mechanic called? All of the bugs were related to the encumbrance mechanic, which is the worst possible mechanic it could happen to. People already fucking man. Oh man. But also.
Okay,
I'm waiting for this to happen because we'll see what happens now. Also, the deadline to get your canvas bag has passed. If you didn't submit your ticket to Bethesda before the 31st of January, you're done. You don't get your canvas bag. Fuck you.
I think that's fine. I think all the people who were pissed off about it got it, and then people who didn't care. And
those things that we don't even know when they're coming. We do. The email that gets sent to you says 3 to 6 months.
That's vague.
From the end of January.
That's vague.
It's so fucked up. Oh, Fallout 76, you get Amalgam Show's worst game of the year, just because. I didn't play it, but fucking, It's the worst game. It's the worst game.
The bugs permeate into life, so...
Yes.
If you want to immerse yourself in a bad experience.
Rough, man. Super rough. All right. So, yeah, I don't have these other 2 lists, but let's talk about what you've got here and just give us a brief summary.
I'll go chronologically backwards. Not in order I played them, just in terms of time they came out. So, older games.
Right.
Doom's at my top. I should go bottom to top.
Bottom to top. Wow.
Ratchet & Clank 2016.
That is a fan-fucking-tastic game.
I love that game. It's so fun. My problem with it is the story. It just seems like they just cut shit from the movie.
Yes, they did. That is the one gripe I have with it too. Is the story doesn't quite work because they just grabbed the scenes from the movie and put them in as cutscenes. Yeah. And the movie story, because I saw the movie in full as well. Yeah. The movie story is... as a movie, it feels too short. It feels just too condensed, they cut too much out of it. And there's some stuff I don't like about it. But the game itself, fucking brilliant. Really I love it.
I started playing it again. I can see myself, if I had the time, to go through and do the... I forget what they call, but their New Game Pluses over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, I've completed that game 6 times. Yeah. I've just gone through and through and through. Because it's not even a long game. It's actually... It feels shorter than the originals as well. I don't know what that is.
I feel like the old game, especially the first one, just dragged.
Yeah, because they didn't have the economy right in that game.
Yeah.
Like bolts were like the prices for buying new weapons and stuff were extremely high, and the rate in which you earn bolts was extremely low.
Yeah.
But
It took a while.
yeah, but that game was still fun, fun as hell, and that game also looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's one of the best looking games on the PS4. Like, and that's not even a joke. Like, not even a hint of irony. That game is gorgeous.
That's what people say, like, when we were saying on the PS2, like, oh, these look like they could be Pixar color. I think when the devs were saying, we want these to look like Pixar movies.
Yes.
That's what that looks like.
Yeah,
That's
it looks like...
quickly go back thinking, there are things that look Pixar quality.
There
really fucking good.
There are some moments in those early worlds that look absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Like just the moments where
they
you're
recreate
like, wow.
a scene. I'm not going to spoil which one. And like, this is... You replicated the scene perfectly, but there's a couple of little things, like, because you don't have a movie budget and all the time, there's like a couple of like details.
Yeah, video game hair is still bad.
Yeah. The next game, Wolfenstein: The Old Blood.
Okay.
When I first played this, when I was going through the start of it, I'm like, okay, this game it's more Wolfenstein, but less interesting. And then it becomes Wolfenstein.
Yes.
You played that game.
Yes. Yeah, man.
And then it's Nazi zombies. I'm like, fuck, of course.
Yes.
And then you take out some, not Goliath, Golem at the end, which was way too hard for whatever reason.
Yeah. That's Wolfenstein in a nutshell, though. There's always this one weird bit where you're like, why was that so fucking hard?
And even that, like, I took your advice, play the game on the easiest setting, so I feel like the badass.
Yes,
yes. And that's probably one of the best advice I've been given in games.
Yes, yes.
But still, that boss fight was way too fucking hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so weird.
Mad Max, developed by Avalanche.
Yeah.
That game's really fun.
Okay. I've never actually given it a shot. I'm not a fan of car combat, so...
If you redeemed it through PS Plus, you should have it.
I think I do have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's on my PlayStation. I just have never played it.
It's fun. Like, it's a big open world. It's very dry.
I feel like I got a bunch of PS Plus games, and I decided to play Lords of the Fallen before Mad Max.
Fuck me. I played that game for like half an hour.
Man, that game.
No, man, it's really fun. The car combat is good, which is why I'm excited for Rage 2, even though that looks... but I'm like, they finally showed that there is car combat. I'm like,
okay.
That's just more or less just porting those assets over. But, Mad Max... And you got the cool weapons.
The weird thing about Rage 2 is that it's not aping from Rage.
No.
Like, Rage was the most brown, boring shooter that there ever was.
Yeah.
And this thing is like, woo, neon colors, yeah. You're like, fuck, what?
I love that.
They better explain that. Like, they better in-law explain that. Like, why Rage 1 is so drab and bullshit, and why Rage 2 is so colourful.
Throwaway line. Yeah. Just like, we found some colours lying around or something. We splooned it up.
Bethesda.
Did you see the interaction between Ubisoft and Bethesda, or maybe id specifically, of like how their logos and colour schemes look the same between Far Cry New Dawn and Rage 2? Like they swapped each other's logos out.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's great. That's
well
great.
done, social teams.
Yes, yeah. Good work.
So Mad Max, XCOM 2. XCOM 2, I really like those games. I suck so much at them. I want to play the DLC, but everything I read about the DLC, like these are for the people who played it and are good at it.
Yeah.
I am...
Neither of those things.
I finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, when I play an XCOM game, I usually have to permadie 3 times.
Did you play the original? Like the first, not the original.
Yeah.
The original XCOM from the 1980s? No, did you play the first XCOM?
Yeah, I played the first XCOM
cool.
on PS3.
Cool.
Yes. So I knew what was going on.
Cool. Because I know that there's a weird thing with like the canonical ending. Like they've chosen to.
I don't remember what ending I got. I'm just like, I beat it.
Yay!
Moving on to 2017.
Wait, no, you didn't do number one.
Yeah, Doom. Doom's fucking brilliant.
Doom's great.
Doom's fucking good. And they're making another one that's coming out this year.
Is it?
Yeah, they said 2019.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It, like, honestly, as we were talking about Bethesda before with Fallout 76, they fucking need that to come out. They need it to be a banger because they are like
Id's on fire at the moment. They probably might have a misstep with
Id's not. I don't know about Id, but I know Bethesda's on fire right now. Like publicly, they are on fire.
I meant on fire in a positive way.
No. Yeah, no.
Like
Bethesda's running around with a fire extinguisher, yelling at like, "What do we do? Oh my god!"
And it's like we've got Doom, we've got Wolfenstein Youngblood coming out this year.
Is that id? I thought it was Machine Games.
Oh, yeah, it's Machine Games. Id. Don't know. Yeah, it is Machine Games.
Yeah,
right.
id
property,
is just Doom. I'm pretty sure.
At this point. No,
But
you're
yeah,
right.
but like no, they nailed Doom 2016. It's fucking fantastic.
I have a feeling the second one's not going to be as good because it's got more mechanics going on.
And I think it's got too much of an expectation. I think the expectation of everyone being like, Doom was so good, that it might fall short of that. Yeah. But I still think it'll be good. And yeah, like I'm really intrigued at what... I've been saying this for like the last couple of weeks. As Fallout 76 gets worse and worse and worse, I need to know what Bethesda's E3 press conference looks like.
Are they going to have one? That's the question. Like, are they going to have one?
They're going to have one, because if they've got Doom Eternal coming out this year, Rage 2 coming out this year, like a bunch of other stuff that's sort of in the works, they have to. They can't, like, after Fallout 76, they can't go silent. Because if they go silent, that's even worse. Yeah. But I need to know what Pete Hines is going to say to try and make Fallout 76 okay.
He's an hour of Andrew WK.
I need to know what Todd Howard is going to say. Like, I need to see them squirm on stage and be like, so Fallout 76, like, man, just to see them try and brush off. Oh, but Doom's a good game. Doom's a great game.
Doom's a great
Doom's
game.
a fan-fucking-tastic game.
It's my favorite older game of 2018.
Yes. Awesome. Wonderful. Love it.
Moving on.
Okay, what was your 2017 game? So these are games that specifically came out in 2017?
Came out in 2017 that I played in 2018.
Yeah, cool.
Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
Another
Wolfenstein from the start.
Another fan-fucking-tastic game. Like,
It's so good.
God. I know. I remember you were playing this, like, last year. And I was like, dude, we have to talk about it, because that game is bonkers.
Yeah. Like, when you said bonkers, I'm like, okay, it still seems pretty, like, in line with the first one. And then, like, shit happens, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you're just like, now I have 3 different perks I can choose from.
Okay, spoilers. We're going to spoil stuff here, because we're going to have to. I gotta have to. They fucking kill you. Yeah. They kill you, the playable character.
Yeah. And then they bring you back to life. 2 minutes later, but they set it up because of this weird monkey thing. Like, what, this is some weird dance technique. Oh no, the monkey! They set that up! It's so good!
That fucking game is so good. Just the shot of, like, your head, because you get beheaded on the Washington Monument. You get beheaded, and then your head falls, and there's the image of the drone, like, catching your head and, like, driving away.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, like, I don't think I'll ever forget that. That's like one of my, that'll stick with me forever.
And then there's the bit that, like, that got me, that was like, this game is just fucking great, is the scene on Venus with Hitler. You are on Venus.
I'm like, because my thought when I got to Venus, I'm like, my thought process was, we can't go to the moon because that's what we did in the first game.
Yes.
We can't go to Mars because that's where Doom takes place.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, no, so we're not going to even fuck with that. Let's go towards the sun. Let's go to Venus. No one goes to fucking Venus.
They've got a base on Venus.
In the 60s still. Like,
it's so good. It's so good. They've got a base on Venus. You're auditioning for a movie. You are pretending to be an actor auditioning for a movie in which you will be playing yourself, BJ Blazkowicz, in a movie. You get there and you realize that the Mein Führer, Hitler, has become such a decrepit old man.
Paranoid old man.
That they have just shipped him off to Venus to write a movie and work on a film because dude can't run an empire anymore. Yep. And your auditioner for the role is Hitler. Oh man, that scene. Do you know who the other actors are?
No.
Not both of them. I don't know what the other one is, but one of them, the one that gets shot and is killed, is Ronald Reagan.
I think I'm thinking of another movie, but yeah.
No, Ronald Reagan.
I'm thinking of something like there's a timeline where Ronald Reagan. Oh no. Whatever. I'm thinking of something else, but that's Ronald Reagan.
Yes, they have Hitler kill Ronald Reagan in the 1960s. Did you go back and kill Hitler?
Don't you have to kill Hitler?
No. So in that, I don't know what they're going to do about this in the next game, but in that scene where Hitler like passes out and falls asleep, you can walk up to him and just stomp his head in.
Oh, I did do that, but then you die and then you...
Yeah. But you get an achievement for it.
I'm like, I didn't know I got an achievement. I'm like, I'm probably going to die. There's way too much tension going on.
Yes,
Do it.
It's one of...
I think I did it a couple times.
Yeah. Good. Yes. It's one of those things where like that scene is hilarious and menacing.
Yeah.
Like there's this tension throughout it where you're like... Did he just shoot that guy? Yes, but also he might shoot you.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's just constantly, like, he's pissing into a bucket, he's coughing all over you, but you can't do anything because he's Hitler. Like, it's so fucking well done. Yeah. Like, the whole thing. And, that game is just a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
From a writing storytelling perspective.
Yeah.
From a gameplay perspective, like I said, it gets really hard. The level designs are not great.
I think the shooting, like the
shooting feels good.
Like they nailed that. Like they probably got help from id with that.
Yeah, shooting always feels good, but it's the fact that like the enemies feel bullet spongy. The level designs are not great, so you always feel like you're surrounded in weird ways. And they're weirdly hard, and like that's and you're always a bit squishy, which isn't great. But that game is like honestly for anyone out there who hasn't played a Wolfenstein game, go buy the two like Wolfenstein: The New Order and Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. You don't have to play the Old Blood, but
Old Blood is really good supplement material.
Yes, like, it's good. It's good side stuff, which I'm really looking forward to. Young Blood.
Yeah,
like that's gonna be fucking amazing.
I never played the Wolfenstein 2 DLC because that doesn't interest me.
No, but the Young Blood will be fun. Like I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. All right, what's next?
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Sure.
It's a really good game. It's so fun. I
it
didn't want to put 100 hours into it. I put 100 hours into it. I'm like, I'm going to do enough shrines.
So, because you got a Switch last year, right? Yeah. So that's the thing, though. It's like that is like it's 1A on the list. You buy a Switch, you play Zelda. That's just how it goes. Yeah. I like Zelda. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I love it and respect it for what it is because that thing is the design doc around Zelda must have been perfect. Yeah. Because what comes out of that game is amazing.
Yeah. It's just I knew there was like 100 odd shrines to do. I'm like, I'm not gonna do all of them. That's ridiculous. I'll just go through the main story. But then I'm like, when I found out what the reward was, I'm like, well, if we're living up to the Legend of Zelda and Link, I'm gonna go through and get the cool tunic to
yes,
I'm gonna get the Master Sword, I'm gonna get the Hawaiian Shield, and I'm gonna fill out the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna breath my wild to the end.
Did you go back and play the DLC at all?
No.
Yeah, I hear some of the stuff in the DLC is fun.
Yeah, it's like that. I read all the reviews, and everyone's like, cause I think everyone was expecting story content, and then they never gave that.
Well, I mean, the second one is kind of because it's like the Champion Saga, and like you get your horse thingy. Yeah.
I'm like, if I ever feel like I need to play more Zelda, that's always there for me to buy it for $30, and I'll just play more Zelda.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Number 3?
Assassin's Creed Origins NSDLC, that complete package. If you get Game of the Year, I would recommend it.
Okay.
That game, I really like Bayek, I really like Aya, his wife, I really like the revenge story. Like, Assassin's Creed is often about revenge stories. Half the time I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay.
They do a good job of really pulling the father-son card. Like you really do feel and you know, I played a bit of that game but got bored and didn't bother finishing it. But I will say that the relationship between Bayek and did they give his son a name?
Kemu.
Yeah. The relationship between those two, like, not necessarily the relationship because you don't see much of it, but specifically Bayek and the way he acts and the way his performance in that game, it is 100%. You feel the loss and the connection he has, and he's a fantastic character for that because. Unlike previous revenge stories, he feels way more human and way more realized. Like, I really do like Bayek, the character. I just couldn't stick with the game.
You know, I get why people aren't fans of the new gameplay choices of Origins and Odyssey, but to me, it clicked. I like the RPG system. I like the loot system. I like everything about the game. Like, I played all 3 DLCs, put 199 hours into it. The game's really good. Like, I don't know who said it, but it might have been Giant Bomb Podcast. They were talking about how that game isn't afraid to have its open world be empty.
Yes.
There's the two or three deserts that are nothing. There's like, and the one desert specifically that has nothing, no quests, no collectibles. I think there's a couple collectibles, but still there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And then you just ride through it.
Yeah.
You get your hallucinations and stuff, which I also really like. Has a nice touch to it.
Yeah.
Because biblical, because you're 30 years from the birth of Christ.
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Like seeing like the burning bush, I'm like, that's biblical. Why? Oh, 30 years. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
So yeah, there's that, and then there's the weird bottom part of the game, bottom part of the map. There's like weird fertilization stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that game.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Number 2.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, made by Heavenly Sword. They also made. I want to keep calling them the Heavenly Sword.
What are they? Oh God! What is
Microsoft
the name of?
bought them.
What is the name of that company? Team Ninja?
No, Team Ninja's American, Japanese. They made DMC.
Ninja Theory?
Ninja Theory, there we go.
Yeah, I knew it was Ninja something.
Yeah.
I was like, what the
Ninja
fucking...
Theory. This game is brilliant. It's 7 hours long.
Yeah.
It's about a Celtic woman whose Norse partner dies, and she goes to Norseland to save his soul from hell.
Yeah, yeah,
Literal hell.
yeah.
But she has psychosis.
Yes.
Is all of it in her psychosis? That's an interesting aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like really good audio design.
Yeah.
You play with headphones and you can hear specific voices in the headphones.
Yeah. It's a fantastically put together game with a short scope, like a small scope. It looks amazing for the budget. Like for what you're paying for that game, it looks like a AAA action game.
Yeah.
And it has a really interesting idea in terms of like what it's dealing with.
Yeah.
Psychosis is a very interesting thing to play with video games because the thing with video games is that it puts you in the seat of the person that you're controlling.
Yeah.
And that's a really cool thing to do.
And that, like, to me, I am hoping this is going to be a very influential game. Like, I don't think didn't sell well.
Mm-hmm.
It's sold enough. And my point is, it doesn't have that mass like Spider-Man or God of War impact. But I think people are going to look at this like, how can we use things like mental health issues or other things that books, movies,
Television shows
cannot explore just by the virtue of them just being passive experiences.
Yes, yeah.
Like I
or
think,
can't explore to their fullest extent because they're passive experiences. Yeah.
Whereas because this is an active experience and you are controlling the character, like
it's this thing of like we're trying to generate empathy instead of sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the onset of VR.
Yeah.
It just.
I'm actually kind of terrified at the kind of experiences we're going to get in VR when we start to tap into that stuff because it's going to be fucking like it's going to be amazing and also horrendous in some ways.
Like existential, you mean?
Yeah.
So yes, I really like this game. I want everyone to play it. I didn't get the platinum because I missed a couple of collectibles. I'm like, I don't have the energy to go through this game again because it deals with a lot.
And your number one game from 2017?
Of 2017 that I played in 2018 is Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Again, it's fucking amazing.
It's great. It's great. It's a weird thing to try and explain to people because you kind of have to sit through it. There's some stuff about that game that's not great.
Oh yeah, it looks in parts like a PS3 game.
Its combat system's not. It's fine, but it's not intuitive. It doesn't
That's
ask
a good
you.
word. Yeah. I like the combat system. It's interesting.
It doesn't ask you to delve in, or it doesn't even push you in the direction of delving deep into it. So I'm sure if you delve deep into that thing, there's probably a really good mechanic system in there, but it doesn't push you in any direction there. But I think that's mostly because like that game is its story. That game is its characters.
Yeah.
That game is its movement through the world.
Yeah.
It is not necessarily the actual action that's in there. That game has some heart-wrenching moments, beautiful moments, moments that are amazing and stunning, things that you don't necessarily need, things that you wouldn't expect a video game to tackle.
Yeah.
Kind of a similar way to Hellblade, but even deeper, and it crescendos in a way that is beautiful. That game is fantastic.
And it's so Platinum Games, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love Vanquish. I want to go back and play the Bayonetta game because I think my problem with the first one is that I couldn't get behind the camera for whatever reason. So I'm going to go back on the Switch and just play through the two games.
Okay.
The third one comes out.
Yeah.
But I love Vanquish. I love Metal Gear Rising Revengeance because that's Kojima and Platinum.
Yes, yeah.
You can't get any more fucking insane than that. They're the Ninja Turtles reference. They're the Ninja Turtles 2 reference in that
Yes.
movie.
God.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
And then I haven't played most of their other games. I did not play the Wii U launch title, whatever they did. Not World of Tanks. I don't know what.
Devil's Third?
No.
No.
I don't know. It's something.
Okay.
Type game.
Yeah.
But I love them, and now they said this is their most successful game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh wow, those other games didn't sell well. That sucked, or sell as well, because they just only sold like 2 or 3 million, which is a lot. But
Yeah.
my point is, I'm looking forward to whatever they do next.
Yeah,
E3
yeah, definitely.
Or whatever.
Didn't they announce something? Aren't they doing like?
I think they've just announced they have projects in the works.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily what they.
I feel like that was wasn't that. Didn't they announce through the Square Enix press conference like Babylon? I feel like that was
right.
Babylon 8 or something like that. I can't remember, but like
I think that is them.
the name, like Platinum Games was attached to it, but I know Platinum has like an A team and a Z team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that Z team still exists. I don't know. We'll see.
I think they're still churning out license bullshit.
They haven't put out a license game in a long time since Cora. Since I think that like just
Killed them.
all
Yeah.
front.
Fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Like let's put it.
As it should have.
Square, can you give us an IP that everyone knows and loves? Okay, we'll give you Nier. You know, the classic Nier franchise.
Yeah,
It's a
the one that
spin-off of
everyone loves.
Drakengard. You know, Drakengard. Can we do a Dragon Quest spin-off? No. Nier.
No.
But they made this franchise. And the music.
You know what Platinum's you know what Platinum's gonna get next? Quiet Man 2.
Yes! I'm way too excited about that.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Oh, can you imagine though?
Quiet Man 2, and it's like the best game ever. Like fucking designed by Platinum.
But yeah, I was gonna say the music in that game is really good. Like to the point where I'm like listening to it, like I want to buy the vinyl for it, even though I don't have a vinyl player.
Yeah,
I want to buy the other soundtrack for it.
No, it's a
poor boy.
really
Nobody
fantastic
loves
game. Yeah.
it.
Okay, shall we move on to
Do you want to do your games?
the actual years? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you go.
Sweet. So what I was thinking is that like I've got a 5 and I've got 2 backups
Yeah.
in case.
Okay.
But I don't know if we order them or if we just like this is our game of the year because I think we have.
Yeah,
As
that
far
game
as out like before I even looked at your list, like we had consensus.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
gonna
think
say
even with the other guys, like if we were to do official Amalgam show
Top 10 or
award,
whatever.
The game of the year, we would say. The same
Yeah,
thing.
we'd all be there. But we're not saying what it is because spoilers.
Because you all know.
Yeah, but I was actually going to start with my number 5,
Yeah.
and then we'll bounce between each other. And actually, I think this will work because my number 5 is the same as your number 5.
Oh wow.
Dragon Ball Fighters. I fucking loved that game. I didn't play it for long because I'm not great at fighting games.
Yeah.
But when it came out, I love Dragon Ball Z. I like Dragon Ball Super. I love Dragon Ball. I saw that Super Brawler movie. It's fucking great. It's really good.
It really gets very pretty.
God, that thing is so good. It made Broly cool. Anyway.
Yeah. Cool again.
No. He was no.
When you were 13, you liked Broly.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters. I love Dragon Ball Z and have been sort of waning in and out of it over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Just kind of being like, oh, super.
Yeah.
But seeing the animation executed as well as it is in Fighters brought back every nostalgic feeling I had, to the point where I dusted off the hard drive I had with all the old Z episodes from like 1 to the end of the season and just started watching it. To the point where when they announced that Dragon Ball Project Z that they're working on, like an RPG, I was like, ooh, please, yes.
It's gonna be like, I think they've now come out and said it's just going to be the retelling of the games.
Yes, it is the retelling of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I've actually wanted that forever. Like a fully 3D rendered action RPG that is the telling of Dragon Ball Z. Because I'd love to play as Goku and Gohan and all these players.
Did you ever play Legacy of Goku?
Yes, I did. Didn't like it.
Legacy Goku 2 and 3. Those are the games. Like Legacy Goku 1 is not good. Legacy Goku 2.
One's the one I played. I did not like it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You can glitch that game and then be immortal for the whole game.
Oh, good. Right, cool. I just didn't. It didn't feel right, and like even as a kid, like it didn't. The reason I'm excited about this one is because of the 3D rendering, because of how good it's going to look, especially with the way Arxis has done this particular game.
Yeah.
So I want to see this in fully 3D rendered, and especially after the Broly movie, like I fucking want to see those fights done as well as they can, because even with Kai, the animation on earlier episodes is still sometimes.
And there's always off episodes. Like,
exactly, yeah. But to have that thing fully rendered out, looking gorgeous, and then me being able to control it, like, man, I'm looking forward to dropping spirit bombs. Like, that's just what I'm looking forward to. Yeah. So, yeah.
My hope with... Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. My hope with the RPG is that it's more that it is like recaptures Legacy Goku 2 and 3. Like those are action RPG games, which are limited because they're Game Boy Advance games, but they're really good. Like they go through all the beats of the thing, and like to the point that they had to spread it across 3 games. But still, my favorite part about that, the level cap in Legacy Goku 2 is level 50. Mm-hmm. You start the next game at level 55 as Goku. He starts at level 60, Gohan's level 55, and then sort of scales from there depending on who's in the game and not.
Okay, cool.
I really like, and then the level cap on that 200. Yeah. But I really like that aspect, just like you didn't have to do that, but that's...
I just, like, I've always liked the idea, and that's one of the things I didn't like about fighters, or one of the things that kind of annoys me is the, like... I like the aspect of the fighting game where you can fight, and then transform partway through and change it up.
Yeah.
The fact that you like select the character and they just Super Saiyan from the start, like that's and so like I want to play those fights out and I want to like fight, hit the buttons and transform and go into the next one. I love Xenoverse. I love both of those, both the Xenoverse games, and I like the way that works. I just want to. I want Xenoverse 3 to happen at some point, and I want to have way more control over my playable character.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to get to Super Saiyan God. I don't like the fact that they keep gating that of, like, you can only go to Super Saiyan 2, I think?
3. In Xenoverse 2, you can go...
Okay,
3.
even then.
Like, that's my default stage.
Like, get weird with it. Let me go Super Saiyan 4. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Like, let me do that. But that would be cool.
Like, this is a heroes game, so let's just be fucking heroes about it. Let's go.
Yeah.
But Fighters is amazing. Like, that game to play is so good. And the thing that I think sucks is the hub world. That shit's just weird. And finding a match online is really hard.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. The Universe 2 is the same way.
Yeah.
And then the story is just like, cool. You go through the first arc and you're like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder how they're going to expand on it. If they don't, they replace it. I'm like, okay. And then you go to the third one, you're like, let it end.
Yes,
so, like, that would have been...
Dragon Ball fighting game stories have always been like that, though. They just they always feel a little too long. And, like, why are you doing all of... Like, you could have cut, like, 4 fights out of this and it would have been fine. And you always end up having to fight with fucking shitty characters at some point.
Yeah, because this game just clone characters. It's annoying. But but no, when you're actually fighting people, it's really good.
It's good. It's great.
It kind of sucked that like within our friend group, everyone just sort of stopped playing because I was too good. But that's the impression I got. It was just like, oh, we can't get as good as Keena. I'm like, no, just play it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm so happy that there was a good Dragon Ball game last year, and I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Dragon Ball video games lately have been really good. Like, I'm happy. I hope it
continues to get better because they were bad for a while.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Oh, hello. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm interested. Did you play the DLC?
No, I did not play the DLC. Okay. I'm just going with this Marvel's...
the base game?
Yes, just the base game. I fucking loved it. I really enjoyed it. I was not expecting to love it as much as I did. Mm-hmm. The bits that got me were... the story is amazing.
Yeah.
It is one of the best stories... not one of the best stories in video games or plenty of better stories, but like in terms of like what you... it does what it says on the tin. It's a fucking Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
And so especially the climax, the end bits are amazingly well done. I felt things in that game. It actually portrayed an emotion to me. And then the other bit, which I cannot stress enough, how good that game starts. Because it just... You do all those you see in that little thing where you're going through and he puts on the suit and he's just out the window and you're in it. You are just in it, and I've never seen a game do it that well. Where it just transitions from intro cutscene into in-game action, and the in-game action looks just like you would expect it in a cutscene. Like the swinging looks as good in the game as it does in the movie. It's so fucking good. It's super fun. The combat is intuitive. I know it's Batman combat, but it's faster, it's more fluid. I prefer that to the methodical pace. I prefer being able to kind of do whatever it is. There are some hiccups with like when enemies are off screen, it can be a little bit difficult.
That's probably my biggest issue with that game is that off screen enemies are they not enough.
But all in all, that thing is so polished.
Yeah.
That thing is so good. And I had no issue just breezing through that game.
Yeah.
Like, it did not feel like it took forever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of icon bath on that map. Like, it is a lot of, like, clean up the icons.
Yeah.
But I didn't care because I enjoyed so much. Okay. When it comes to open world games, I generally hate walking or traveling through them. I fucking can't stand it. I'm like, as soon as your fast travel is opened, I'm done with you.
Okay.
Like, I'm done with your horse riding. I'm done with your bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to teleport from place to place and get around. Like, I'm even doing it.
Red Dead 2. You can just say that.
No, not even Red Dead 2.
Okay,
like,
in general,
just in general. Like, Red Dead 2 it is a offender because I hate that already and it makes me do it and I fucking can't stand it. But even in general, like, if I have a way of getting from point A to point B faster than walking there, then I'll do that. And one of the things that made Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, not War, Mordor, the first one, so fun, was that traversing around the world was actually fun.
Yeah.
Like, the way you could zip around and the way you could kind of, like, shadow step and then, you know, and there's stuff to find. And it was like, okay, cool, I can run around this world and not feel too bad. There is not a single moment in Spider-Man. Like, I didn't get the achievement for riding the subway because I didn't ride the subway because I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
I wanted to just swing around the city. It was just so much fun. The music kicks in at just the right time. It has the right pacing. That thing feels, looks, and is a fucking Marvel movie in a video game.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And even as that, it's one of the best Spider-Man experiences ever seen. Like, comics will always be its own thing, but like movies, up there for me with like Spider-Man 2 and Homecoming. Like, it's that quality.
We'll see. We're far from home.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like, it's that good. Like,
how does it rate against Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh, I don't know. Yes, I would put Spider-Verse in that category as well. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone keeps telling me to see it, and I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, it's amazing. I'm just
It's
like,
amazing.
Okay. I will see it eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you watch it, watch it properly with like a Blu-ray or something.
Okay, all right, I will. What was your number 4?
My number 4 was Tetris Effect.
Yeah, that's a really good. This one was close to getting on mine.
Yeah,
like,
Tetris Effect. My only knock against it is $50 Australian again.
Yes.
And that's what, like, it's so hard to recommend that in Australia.
Yep.
But when you get through it and you sit down with it and you're like, this is Tetris.
Yes.
So many people fuck it up.
It's
like, it's fucking Tetris. How do you fuck it up? And then they make it better.
Yeah.
Like, Tetris is still Tetris, but then there's all this shit around it. Good
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
It's like, holy shit. And there, you can play in VR.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
a primary reason I got a VR. So I can play Tetris in VR. I'm like,
I haven't played the VR version. I would like to give it a shot. I played a little bit of the standard. I didn't buy it because, again, $50 Australian for this game is a bit much. But it's Tetris. It's really fucking good Tetris.
good. Like,
And we had that discussion with the other guys like weeks ago, months ago, when they were like, what do you mean Tetris? Like, Tetris is one of the greatest fucking games to have ever been made. It is simple, it is brilliant, it forces you to learn the mechanic and play with your style, and it is just a fucking phenomenal, like, thing that was invented. And you're right, it is surprising how year after year people manage to fuck it up. But no, Tetris Effect is brilliant.
Everything Tetris Effect made me realize I'm bad at Tetris, but to that point, like, I'm still going halfway through normal, and like, I still want to keep going.
And the thing with Tetris is that it's the kind of game where, like, oh, I'm bad at this, I'm bad at this, I'm bad at this. But if you just keep playing it, you'll eventually get better at it. And then you're like, oh, wait a second, I beat that level that I could. Oh, okay, cool. And you just get better at it by doing it. Like, repetition helps with Tetris, and I fucking love it.
And I'm going to steal a point again from Giant Bombcast, their Game of the Year discussion. The theme of connectiveness, Tetris is about connecting things up, the music adds on to that, and, it's just, and when you're in VR, and even the VR environment, it just creates this wonderful, complete package.
Yes.
That is rare from a puzzle game. To begin
Yeah.
with, but then rare as a game in general. Like,
Yes.
That's a beautiful, complete package. And it's gorgeous.
Yes,
like,
and it's a
amazing.
wonderful thing too. Not like gritty and it's about connectedness and the human experience, and it's like beautiful. It's like actually gorgeous.
I'm judging this all on the journey mode. Like, this is online. This is the special events that come out. Like, there's other stuff you can do in that game. That
that game is like weirdly like. like an ongoing game,
Yeah.
like a weirdly live service game
Yeah.
that continues to have shit come out. So
Yeah.
that thing is incredible.
Yeah, Tetris was always one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
Like Pac-Man and like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
fucking Tetris effect.
So good.
What are the cool Tetris?
Cool that's what Alex calls it. Cool Tetris.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3.
My number 3 is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, yes.
I always have a soft spot for a game that can make me smile.
Yeah.
And Let's Go Eevee is by no means the most amazing video game in the world, is by no means the most complex or the most groundbreaking.
Or even the most original.
Exactly. It's a fucking... it's the third version of a thing that came out in 1996.
Yeah.
But it looks brilliant.
Yeah.
It looks the way I wanted it to look when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It looks the way I remember it looking when I was a kid. I don't have a problem with the motion controls. They work. They're fine. They get the job done.
For the most part,
Yeah. If not...
when you're using 2, because
Yes.
it's just a hack and then you get it boom and then...
Yes, you get a combo bonus for using 2.
Yeah.
If not, just throw them into the Switch handheld mode. Use the gyroscope. That's nice and simple.
Yeah.
I wish there was more Pokemon in it.
Yeah,
151 is like kind of 153 is kind of like
Yeah.
like a weird cap off. I want to see more of my favorite Pokemon in that art style because it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But every year there's generally one game where the whole time I've just got a dumb grin on my face. Like just I boot it up, I'm just like, yeah, like, look at me, I'm doing this thing. And that was Let's Go this year. I just fucking loved it from start to finish. And like every time this happens with a Pokemon game too, I always get to the end of the Pokemon game and go, I'm going to build a competitive team. And I always do that. And I always try to do it and I never actually finish it off. And this was no different. Like I did the same thing. Like I tried to build a competitive team. I was like, oh, fuck it. Yeah. But like I got a bunch of shinies in this game.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like I got 2 shiny Vulpix, shiny Nidoking, shiny Clefable.
Nice. I only got one shiny, and that's when I was looking for a Scyther.
Oh, wow.
That's a fucking rare Scyther, though.
I did a bunch of trades with friends. I did battles online, with other people, not online. But I love that game. Yeah. It's so good, and like I said, there's just I know it's a nostalgia pick for me, and that's fine because I actually think that it does enough new that it can survive on a list like this.
I like the post game.
The post game is...
You can redo the gyms. You can battle red, blue, and green.
Yes.
That's all fun. You can battle Elite Four again, which is the only way to get money in that game.
Yeah. And then there's, there's...
the issue I have that with that game, that the economy busted.
Yeah.
It just wants you to get money to buy more Pokeballs, which you should, but you just run out so quickly.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just level grind them.
And it's a thing that I'm sure that they will... iterate if they decide to do another Let's Go. And honestly, and the reason I put this on the list is because I got to the end of Let's Go Eevee and went, I really want to do this in Johto. Yeah. I want to do the exact same thing in Johto. So I really want them to keep the Let's Go series. I almost kind of want this to be the new remake tier. Like, they have the main series, the remakes of the main series, which is take the current main series formula and put the old game into there, and then there's a Let's Go tier, and they just remake the Let's Go, like they just take each region and put it into Let's Go, and they can do one every 3 years, like do them on a 3-year cycle rotation where you do Let's Go, and then the new generation, then a remake, and then the next Let's Go, and then just do that for ad infinitum. I don't care. Because I loved the way that felt, because it made me feel like I was a kid again, and you can't put a price on that when it comes to video games, and especially when you had like Ratchet and Clank on here. That thing looked the way I remembered it looking in my head when I was a kid, and there was something about the way that like you can ride the Pokemon and the way the battles looked and the animation, and it invoked every single thing that a Pokemon game needed to, and I was happy to play it for the whole time. And it's still sitting on my Switch now. It has not moved. I love it. Yeah.
It's a really good game.
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't strike that hard with me.
It's like, for me specifically, it's probably because like I was one of those kids that I love Pokemon, love the anime, love it so much when I was a kid, but I actually never had a Game Boy.
Okay.
I didn't play a Pokemon game until Ruby and Sapphire. was my first one. And I didn't even play Ruby and Sapphire. I played Emerald, which was a year later.
Okay.
That was the first Pokemon game I ever played. And I have never not liked a Pokemon game. And I have not missed a Pokemon game since I got Emerald.
Interesting.
I have played all of them.
Yeah.
And I didn't I'm just going to skip this generation. The only one that I was like, I'm going to skip, and I didn't really skip,
Just play
was Black and White. And the only reason I didn't play it when it came out was because I didn't have a DS.
Oh.
But when I went to...
How'd you get Diamond and Pearl then?
Huh?
How'd you get Diamond and Pearl?
Played on my brother's.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Because I moved out of home at that point, and I didn't have a DS. Yeah. But when I moved out of home, it took about 6 months of living with my mate, and he was like, yeah, no, I've got a DS. And I was like, motherfucker, bring that DS down. I went down, I bought a copy of Pokemon Black, and I played that, and I fucking loved Black too.
Yeah.
And Black too.
Yeah.
Both of them. But yeah, so like I have always had the strong connection to Pokemon. It is like one of my favorite game series, and I cannot wait for the one this year. And Let's Go will keep me going, because I will most likely, what I will do in the next few months is buy a copy of Let's Go Pikachu and play through again with the Pikachu one, and then do a bunch of other stuff.
Let's Go got me back into Pokemon. Like, I was already playing Go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty obsessive about that, which is has always been my fear of getting back into Pokemon. Then I got Alpha Sapphire. I completed the Pokedex 150 plus Meltan in Let's Go. And then I completed a single player Pokedex of Alpha Sapphire. Yeah. And I'm like, this game, like, it's getting me back into Pokemon, to the point where I'm like, maybe, like, I'm always like, will I play the other version? I'm like, I don't have the, I shouldn't. I've got other stuff to do. But also, like, I considered looking at the stuff. I was like, looking at Pokemon timelines. Like,
yeah. And Pokemon lore is a place. Is a place to go.
Weird, but whatever. It's interesting. But like, I'm interested for the next gen, and then like going into that, and like, so.
It's going to be a fascinating time for Pokemon. Yeah. Because I want
movies coming out. It's just...
Oh man, Detective Pikachu! I cannot wait. This year is going to be a great year for like movies that I want to see. Because Captain Marvel's pretty soon.
Yeah, that's first week of March, I want to say.
And we're in February, so that's really fucking soon. And then Avengers Infinity War and Detective Pikachu. Sorry, Avengers Endgame. Detective Pikachu, and then I'm going to go see the Sonic the Hedgehog movie with my best mate because we both want to see it because we fucking love seeing bad video game movies, and I cannot wait. Really good game, really good year for movies. But what was your number 3?
My number 3 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Plus DLC? I'm going to throw plus DLC. Because it's just more...
I mean, has much of it come out yet? Is it all out yet?
No.
Because isn't it like a rolling thing? Like, it's
there's
not
2 episodes of the paid DLC out.
Right.
And then they also release free missions you can do in their own. Like, okay, so there's the Tales of Greece, which is the free stuff, and that alternates with the main stuff. I think we're on like episode 5 or so. Of the free stuff, and then we're on episode 2 of Legacy of the First Blade.
Right.
Which is pretty much the origins of the assassin, like the first.
Wait. Didn't we already do that? Isn't Origins the origins of the Assassins?
That's the origins of the Assassin's Creed.
Don't do that. Of the Assassin's Creed. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
No. But no, this is the first dude, the first dude to kill someone. No.
Oh, so we're going back to Cain and Abel.
Yeah, fucking Cain and Abel, that's a real Assassin's Creed.
Fucking shit.
No, but like, it's just like the dude who invented the hidden blade. That's what it is. And then it's like, trying to do some weird shit with that. Okay, lore stuff aside. Okay. This game is super fun to play. Yeah. There's the 3... You heard the shit with the... Yeah. yeah, I did. Yeah. And that's probably the best way to go about that. It's just to listen to him just rant about it. Yeah. But like... Odyssey is again, it's more Origin. It's slightly different and all that, which I have my pros and cons with. But anyway, like, I love Cassandra. I love her story that she goes through. I love you become a demigod by the end of the game, and they keep adding more stuff to it. Like, you can now... Did the fact that the other playable character, Alexios, is apparently a dickbag and just a shit character, does that affect this in any way? Because, like, in theory, you are getting 50% of the player base playing as Cassandra and 50% playing as Alexios. In theory, it's probably less of a split. Ubisoft released the stats, so it's more in favor of Alexios because boys play game and they want to be boys.
Exactly. And so, does that, like, in your head skew this in any way that like actually they created like one really good game and one really not great game because the character sucks?
I wouldn't say because I don't know that because the side quests and going around. I've been thinking lately, and I might write it up. This is my favorite single player MMO.
Okay.
Like,
sure.
It is. It just doesn't stop giving you content, and there's so much of this world, and they keep filling it in, and like, and it doesn't keep going. Like, that's the game part. The story part, I don't think I could get on board with Alexios, to the point where the novel adaptation of this is based on Cassandra.
Yeah.
And they chose Cassandra as the main character.
As it should be. I've been meaning to go and get those. I have 2 of the Assassin's Creed novels, and I read the first one, and I actually really liked it. Like, I really liked the way they write the novels, and I wanted to basically, at a certain point, I've decided to quit the games, and maybe I'll just buy the novels and read the story that way instead.
They don't do animus, and they do very little fossilization shit, so it's probably the best way to go about it. I've listened to a couple of books. Like, I listened to the Origins prequel book, which interesting. That was the first one I listened to because I'm like, I want more Bayek. I listened to First Crusade, which does Altair's entire life story, which covers all of the games he was in. I'm like, this is good. I like this. Yeah. And make Altair an interesting character.
Every
game that he wasn't in, every game he was in that wasn't the first game, he's an interesting character, except for the DS game.
It's actually one of the things, like, the reason I bought that book was because I went on a holiday to Vanuatu with Vanessa, with my fiance, and I decided that, like, we were doing what the people in travel industry call a drop and flop, which is basically pick up your bags, you go in there, you drop, and you. So it's basically.
I thought you meant like pick up a book, read it, put it back down, like.
No. Travel industry. They call them drop and flop, which is basically you pick up your bags, you get on the plane, you drop in the place, and then you flop onto your bed, and that's it. Like, there's no planned itinerary or things you're going to do. You just get to a place. Flop on your bed and like you relax for however long. And because I knew that was going to be the case, I needed a book. So I bought an Assassin's Creed book, and I spent a week on the beaches of Vanuatu reading Assassin's Creed books, and I felt so good. And my honeymoon's this year after the wedding, so I'm thinking of doing the same thing again, like finding a good book, possibly one of the Assassin's Creed ones, because again, I've got 2 of them. I finished 2 and haven't got any more because I just ran out of time being an adult. But anyway, continue with Odyssey. You've said a lot about this on the podcast. You really like this game. There's a reason.
We always have our issues without the lore part of it, but like the fundamental game of it.
And there's a reason it's 3 and not 1. Those things knock it down.
Did you hear about the controversy about episode 2 of the DLC?
No, I have not heard anything about the DLC.
Do you want to know?
Sure, why not?
Spoilers for the end of episode 2 of the.
They're not going to play it. They're not going to play it. Like, the 43 people that are subscribed to this channel are not going to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They might. Prove me wrong, guys. Enter this coupon code. Anyway.
The point of this DLC is to get Cassandra's bloodline into the Assassin's Creed lineage bloodline. So...
Like by act... Okay. Yep. No, okay.
So, in the first game, like, because you can play this game before you finish the game. You can play the DLC before you finish the game, but I think it serves really well as after the game.
Okay.
Like, when you found your family... And you found your family. And then the whole idea is like, there's this other character they put in, and he's the son of Darius, who's the dude who killed Xerxes.
Okay, all right.
He's the son of that.
Which is the
Persian king.
The one that has the blade. Is that the thing that killed Xerxes?
Darius has the hidden blade, the first one.
Yes,
and he doesn't cut off his finger because he knows how to make a machine.
Bayek was just an idiot.
Yeah, that was just silly.
I fucking love
He
that.
had to do it. He was getting stuck. I thought it was just his son who was in this thing. Turns out if you're Alexios, that's a woman.
Oh.
So, yes. So the whole point, by the end of episode 2, I chose to have a child with this guy. I didn't choose to have a child. I chose to end up like settling down with this guy. Because the whole point of the story is like, oh, what if like family like settling down, like can't be a mercenary forever, like not being on the run would be nice because they've also been on the run from the Persians their whole life. So
I think I can see where this is going.
Yeah. So I had all my selections. I'm like, I wanted to hook up with this guy. He's really nice. Like they wrote him well. And I'm like, okay, cool, settle down, and then you have a baby.
Yeah.
The thing about that is that if you can also have the option to not do that, but then the game just forces you into it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play your character as gay, or even like asexual or
bisexual, or or just not in
or just if you aren't interested in this guy, regardless, it forces you to do this. And I didn't know this was the case because I thought my options led to this, but no, everyone, like people who play Cassandra as gay then have a child with this guy. Who's like, okay, this is weird. So that's a good bit of controversy. Ubisoft has been really good about it. Just like, hey, we hear you. We're going to be able to fix it in the next DLC if you make these decisions. If you haven't, we're going to change a couple of things. You're going to change a couple of things to make it more obvious of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then that hasn't come out yet.
Like, I get what the community would be where they're coming from. Of like, I've been playing this character a certain way, and like, I'm gonna take away the possible like political and social problems that might be happening there. But in terms of a video game, like, you're choosing to play a character a certain way, and the game takes away that agency from you, and that sucks.
Exactly.
But that also being said, they're trying to tell a fucking story, and if you're sitting there going, "No, I don't want that story told to me," then you're in the wrong place. I'll liken it to my wrestling fandom.
Yeah.
I love professional wrestling, but professional wrestling fans fucking hate professional wrestling, apparently. Because for years they've been trying to tell a story about a certain character and about how he's going to win the title and how he's the best, and they rejected it. And every time the company tried to tell them that story, they would boo and reject it. And so the company would double back and try again. Yep. And like, at a certain point, you just need to stop and accept the story you're being told. It might not be the story you want, but just accept what you're being told, get to the end of it, and then you get a new chapter of that story. Because it sounds like if they're able to make that kind of change on the fly with this DLC, it sounds like they probably already accounted for this. It just they didn't do it explicitly enough in their DLC.
From what I've been able to gather, they're able to change it because they're still in the process, and at this point it's just asset creating and it's like putting, which is relatively easy. So they're going to be able to change a couple of things. I think when they were writing this, they went in like, they sort of forgot, because I kind of feel like they thought everyone would play this bi instead of gay or straight.
Right.
And they just went super heteronormative with the like having a child, but it was so focused on like, we've got to bring this character into the assassin's bloodline to have their character mean more than what they already mean, because of the fertilization bullshit. They're an important character. So they're just like trying to like, so we can have.
But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, are you like, if you're a person complaining about this particular thing, are you a fan of Assassin's Creed, or are you a fan of this just individual game?
Probably just this game.
Because that's the thing, is that like, you need to understand that at a certain point this game has a larger context that it needs to try and get in. And like you said, they're trying to put her into the Assassin's Creed bloodline. She's gonna have to do some things. Again, I totally understand why people are angry about it and not happy with it, and I'm glad that Ubisoft is actually at least addressing the problem and not just being like, whoop, radio silence, done. Because that is sucky. That sucks. Like, I totally get, especially if you're if you are a gay person, or like, especially a gay female, like a lesbian trying to play this game. There's not much representation out there for you, full stop. And to have this game where you can actually represent yourself and then being forced down this other path, like, that sucks. That sucks so much. Oh, well.
I think
game's still really good, though, apparently.
It's fun to play at the end of the game, and the story is going to be the story. What's your number 2? Number 2,
Octopath Traveler.
Okay.
That game is... that game looks gorgeous. It plays well. It makes me feel things, like these little pixel art things just make me feel things. It is a game that I am putting on this list at number 2, and I have no qualms with this. I have not finished it yet. I still have not finished it.
You put like 30 hours into it or so?
Yeah, about that.
That's like Kingdom Hearts 3 is finishable in that time, like, and I know where I stand on that game. Like, you should my argument, you shouldn't have to finish a game to know whether it's one of your favorites.
And the reason it's there is that, like, it absolutely 100% is a game I will finish, because I keep coming back to it. I keep going back and playing a little bit more and keep going back. Like I said, Pokemon's been in my Switch for a while, so I haven't gone back to it in a while, but I'll go back into it, and it's so easy to pick back up. Like, weirdly enough, for an RPG, like a JRPG that has so many mechanics, every time I go back to it, it takes me like 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh right, yeah, okay, cool, and I'm back into it.
Interesting. Okay.
That game looks phenomenal. Its music is great. The characters are brilliant. Like I actually love all the characters. I know people are like, oh, this character's good, this character's bad. Meh, meh, meh. I don't think any of them. I don't think any of them are bad. I think some of them may be a little bit generic.
Yeah.
I haven't got far enough in all of their stories to see how they turn out, so I can't make a judgment on that.
Yeah.
But I do know that I love them all.
Yeah.
I love the way that they are all so different. They are all so like they have their own motivations. There are 2 qualms I have with the game, and both of these things are what stop it from actually being my favorite game of the year. The first one is, although there is sprinkling of it, of like the characters interacting with each other, I would like more. Like they don't have to. They don't have to be the chosen 8 fighting the same problem. Like you can have a story where you have these guys like dealing with each other's problems and this small scale stuff. But I would have liked more interaction. Even if they didn't lead to a chosen one situation, just a little bit more togetherness would have been nice. The second thing is, I'm a man with limited time now as I get older. And that grinding, like that level curve is brutal. It sucks. The third small qualm is that I don't like the fact that you're locked into the one character that you pick at the start. Until you finish their story, and then you can finally pull them out of your party. It means that one character's always over-leveled and 3 characters are always under-leveled, and it just it kills me. So if it wasn't for the fact that I had to grind so much to get through this game, it would probably be my favorite game of the year. But just that time sink makes it But I cannot speak highly enough of Octopath Traveler. If you enjoy JRPGs in any capacity, this game needs to be played.
I think that's always my thing, that it's a time sink. I'm like...
But like I said, I've been playing it over, like, since I got the game in August, because I got it for my birthday. Since I got the game back then, I have been, like, I played it, like, 3 weeks straight of just, like, every night playing that fucking game. But then since then, I've been playing it in, like, bursts of a couple days for, like, 20 minutes a day. Because it's not... The story's good and the characters are good, but that's actually, weirdly enough, in a JRPG, not the thing driving me. I really enjoy the combat system. The turn-based combat system is fucking incredible, and I just enjoy beating on like random monsters. But yeah, like I said, there are certain areas of the map where like the level spike just goes whoosh, and you're like, why? Why are you doing this to me? I have to get there to go. Oh god. So yeah, like now that it's at that point, I grind for 20 minutes every now and then, and I get it done. And that game is incredible. So that's my number 2.
Question: with this 2D HD art style, would you like to see older Final Fantasy games remade in this art style? Like, is that the way we go forward? Because I was thinking, like, what could they do with this art style? Like, obviously, Octopath 2, whatever that'll be. But I'm like, just implement it to the old remake. So instead of doing like a big 3D, overblown, over budget Final Fantasy.
Actually, like now that you mention it, like any Final Fantasies 1 through 6, do it in this art style. Because absolutely.
The art style I chose for 5 and 6 on mobile.
Absolutely. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, I would definitely do that. But also, I would like to see them use that art style to just make new games
as well.
Like not just an Octopath Traveler 2, but like do something else with it. Do another JRPG. Make like a Final Fantasy that is exclusive to the Switch using that art style. Like a Crystal Chronicles was back on the GameCube and stuff like that. Something like that. Like use that art style to create your own Final Fantasy game. That would look like that. Because that would look amazing. Like thinking about like the summons and what you could possibly draw in that art style. Because the way they do their villains are amazing. Like I could imagine fighting a Bahamut in that art style and it being gorgeous.
I don't know why. I just assumed that all that would be in there, like Bahamut and Odin and all the summons.
No, because it's a totally...
I don't know. I still always saw it as a Final Fantasy spin-off, but it's not.
They don't even call it Fire, and Firaga. It's because they don't have those kind of spells. You do like fire, like you still have those there. But you don't have those higher level spells. You just get more powerful as you go along, and then you hit you spend BP to do the attack multiple times in a row. So you go fire 1 2 3 times 3, hit that person 3 times with fire. And then you do get like increased upgraded versions, but they're not called Fyra or Fyraga. It's like Firestorm. And the upgrade isn't actually more damage. What it is it goes from a fire on a single enemy to fire across multiple enemies, or 2 strikes against multiple enemies, or something like that. So like, and I think the wind one is called Tempest, which I think is better than Arrow. So yeah, they have their own naming convention for everything. It's just totally not a Final Fantasy, but kind of is a Final Fantasy. But it's not. And so like there are things that I'm looking at going, yes, absolutely, I want this art style used more.
The next Bravely Default game in this art style.
No. Bravely Default's got its own sort of style, and I would like them to keep it that way. I would like to see them take Bravely Default onto the Switch. I think that's really, really, really gorgeous. But yeah, no, it's got its own distinct style. Octopath, I think, is this new thing that they can do, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what they do with it. Yeah, 2D HD. All the way! It's a weird name, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. At least it's better than Project Octopath Traveler. Anyway. My number 2 is Spider-Man.
Yes, we've talked about this before.
It's good. It's really good. I don't know what else to add. It made me cry. I did not expect going in. I thought it was going to be a fun, happy Spider-Man open world game, but I cried.
Yeah. I mean, but it still was a fun, happy, open-world Spider-Man game. Like I said, like whenever I was swinging in that city, I had a smile on my face. It was fun. But it knew when to grab the knife and stab it into your heart, and then twist a little. And they
do it a few times. Like
it was
like a good Peter Parker Spider-Man story. Like they knew the concept of what Peter Parker Spider-Man is, and that he's always getting just shat on all life. Whenever one thing goes better, the other part just fucking slips.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like this is an adult version. Like teenagers, their stakes are so much lower, but to teenagers, they are their world.
Yeah.
So everyone's stakes to them is their world.
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas Peter, like, when he's like being an adult, like he can't pay rent in this game. Like, he straight up fucks that up, and that had impact. Like now he can't find that USB that he needs. Like, go around talking to the guy,
grabbing his thing from the fucking garbage truck, like following a garbage truck through the city. Man, it was so good, good.
And it does like that beat makes him feel like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like he got Manhattan down pat. Like he knows, like that stupid like discussion about like the pizza place.
Yes,
like, you mean I forget what the name is, but like Jerry's like. Jerry sucked. Like, I'm talking about old Jerry. Like, Jerry was good.
Yeah.
Fucking New York conversations like that. Just like brilliantly written.
The writing is incredible in that game. It's absolutely brilliant.
Which what makes me sad about the DLC. The first episode I think is good because it's all about Black Cat and it was interesting.
Yeah.
The second two are just mob wars.
Yeah.
Which is always my least favorite thing about Batman or Spider-Man or anyone. Even Superman sometimes they do mob wars. I'm like, we not. Yeah. We just have his dog and fly away.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So that's why I'm not Spider-Man Plus DLC.
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's just Spider-Man.
I want to quickly do honorable mention before we go.
Yeah, go for it.
Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, Castlevania, homage / to do. It's Kickstarter. So the Kickstarter project is to basically clone Symphony of the Night.
Yes.
And then they got enough money, and they're like, we're just gonna make a game that homages / clones the original Castlevanias.
Yeah.
And it's not hard. Well, you the difficulty level like Mega Man 11.
Yeah.
So you can play it on easy and just go through the game.
Yeah.
And it's nice and short. It's like 3 hours long. And you're like, they're interesting. But the characters are like the vampire in that game is just Alucard from Castlevania 3.
Oh, good.
Like,
good.
It's the same animation. He does exactly. I'm like, okay,
nice.
That's fun. That's whatever. But it's a really good game. The characters are interesting enough for like a little 2D. Bright game that's 3 hours long. Like it's not Octopath where you can get into these characters. They're just like, boom, and then like there's a reason you play the story again.
Yes, yeah.
Spoilers, I guess, for this game. The main character you start off with dies at the end of the game.
Oh shit!
So then you got to go back and then try and I haven't actually finished the second game, but try and like save him. And I think that's the point that it's meant to set up the next game. Like
cool.
Full budget Kickstarter game.
Cool.
So that's a really good game. I recommend everyone play that. It's like $20 on PSN. And then Hollow Knight. Game's really good. Made by a bunch of 2 South Australians in South Australia.
That game is actually really good.
It's gorgeous. My thing is that probably the bosses are a bit too hard. I know they're kind of game, but they're just a bit too hard.
Yeah.
And then probably a bit too long as well.
Yeah, I've heard that. There's a little bit of trimming would have been nice on that one, from what I hear.
And because the bosses were too hard, I didn't get the final, like the true ending. I just used.
Don't care. Yeah.
But like the gameplay is fun. Like I like going around, like getting better, and you feel like you get more powerful. Like, okay, this is like a good Metroidvania game. I just wish it was like just a little bit better.
Yeah. My honorable mention.
Again, this is one of those things. Sorry.
Yeah.
That if this is their first game.
Yes. See how well they go.
They almost nailed it, that's the word. They almost nailed it with this game. So like, what are they going to do next? Yeah. Looking forward to Team Cherry's next project. Oh, they keep expanding on this. Like, Hollow Knight
they keeps getting re-releases too. Yeah. So my honorable mention then would be Dead Cells.
Okay,
I really
that. It came out at the same time I was playing Hollow Knight.
I played it for a little bit. It's really, really good. Like, really just solid and tight. Like, I'm not a roguelike person, though, so, like, I'm not, like, crazy into it, but, like, that thing is really good. Yeah. If I was into roguelikes, I would fucking love that game. So that's probably the one I would mention on there.
I played a little bit of Nathaniel had it on Steam and when it was still in pre-release.
Oh, in early access?
Yeah. And I'm like, this is good. I cannot play for keyboard and mouse for shit, but I'm really doing what I'm trying to play. Yeah. And then when it came out, I didn't never go around to it. I think it was always too expensive. Like, I want to play the Switch version, but then that was like $10 more expensive, $10-15 more expensive. And then it had slowdown. Like, that was and then I'm sure it's patched by now.
Yeah, I think they've had a little bit of patch, but I played it on a Switch at work, and it wasn't that big a deal. Yeah. Like, it was fine.
There was something else I want to say with that. With roguelikes, would you be interested in playing Hades?
Yes, actually. Like, looking at Hades, I'm actually interested in that one.
So did you like Bastion?
Yes, I did like Bastion. Yeah, so I like Bastion.
This is Bastion, but a roguelike and Greek mythology.
Yeah, I loved Bastion. All right. The Game of the Year. The Game of the Year. Amalgam shows Game of the Year. I don't know what we're going to do with this. Maybe we should put, like, a thing up somewhere. Like a...
We can just remember it.
We just put it... We'll put it in a document, and then one day when we get a studio and an office... We'll put our Game of the Year behind us or something.
We might have need to make more badges.
Yes, yeah.
Probably
but I'm pretty sure what would be unanimous decision across the entire Amalgam show family. I don't know anyone. The only one I can think would disagree is Dean because I don't think he's played it.
No, I don't think he's played it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a really bad name to make a joke with, but I can't.
Okay, really cool.
Bad game like. My
Game of the Year, your Game of the Year, your Game of the Year, our Game of the Year. God of War.
2005. There we go.
Such a bastard.
No, God of War 2018.
2018 God of War, this fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a masterpiece. Top to bottom, every bit of content. Like, I know no one else has gone through and platinumed that game, which basically means go and beat all the Furies. Yeah. But even that content is... I did
not platinum it, but I did go and fight a couple Valkyries, and I was
what are they called?
Furies. I don't know.
Same thing. Oh no,
no, they're not. They're very much not. That's from a bad God of War game. The Furies are in Ascension.
Yeah, they're also just common enemies.
Yeah, I know. But that game plays well, looks gorgeous, has a great story, good pacing. Like I said, I'm a little qualm with it gets a little bit too quick at the end. There's a bit too much that happens in a short period of time. But honestly,
where, I didn't realize that was the climax.
Yes, yes,
that's a big issue.
But honestly, all of them I can forgive for how good that game plays, for how much I enjoyed that story, for how gorgeous that fucking thing is. It makes my PS4 sound like a jet engine, but I do not care because I put headphones on and I ignore it. That game is start to finish easily the best game of the year in my opinion. There's a lot of people out there who probably want other things out there and probably thought there are other games out there, but in my opinion, I cannot pick another game out of 2018 that was better than God of War. It can't be done. And I know there's a lot of people that would probably be like, oh, well, it's just Sony doing the Sony thing. I'm like, yes, but it's Sony doing the best possible work. I don't care.
Oh, it's just Nintendo doing Nintendo stuff for Zelda or Mario Galaxy. I'm like, Galaxy as well, but Odyssey. Yeah. I'm just like, these are top tier developers for a reason. Yes. You want top tier developers to make top tier games. Yeah. And God of War was always top tier. It's just especially looking back in hindsight, those are very grimdark games, and they're very targeted toward 13-year-olds.
Yes, they are adolescent power fantasy at its height. Yeah.
This is more.
It's way more than that.
And Cory Barlog grew up.
Yes, yeah, and it's absolutely incredible. It is the game this year that I most want a sequel of. I don't just want a follow up. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. I want them to do Johto. I want them to do other things and all that kind of stuff. But there is no other game this year where I'm like, give me that fucking sequel right now more than God of War. I want to keep exploring that world. Yeah. I want them to explore other worlds. Like, there's part of me that's like, can we just maybe even get away from Kratos? Like, can we just get these guys to make like a whole other new thing?
Yeah.
Because there's part of me that actually is like, wouldn't it be nice to see these guys do something else?
Yeah.
But
they were gonna do, like, going back to our earlier story, they were gonna do something else.
Yeah.
Like, they had a sci-fi project in the works, and that just wasn't coming together for whatever, and then they scrapped everything, re-centered on God of War.
Yeah.
And rebooted that.
Yeah.
And
which I'm happy for. I'm absolutely happy. And like I said, I want a sequel of this game more than anything else right now. Like, the thing that kind of pisses me off about the PS5 is that means the God of War sequel is probably a little bit further off because they'll have to design for new architecture rather than for what's currently there. Yeah. Hopefully it'll translate pretty well, but it means it's going to be a little bit further off than I wanted, which means I'm not going to get it in 3 years, which means I'm going to be a sad boy, but man, that game, it's so good. It's so fucking good. It's the game this year that, like, every year there's one game where I put it in and it grips me from the very second. Like, of just like, here you go, you're playing this for the next 60 hours, whether you like it or not. Yeah. And this was the one where it just, the second I put that disc in, the second I hit X on the start screen and he swung that axe, I was in. Yeah. And I cannot stress enough how much I love that game.
I've talked about before how it's God of War reboot, but God of War 4, like...
Yes.
That will always astound me. Like, as much as, like, cutting BJ Blazkowicz's head off will be forever ingrained in my memory.
Yeah.
The feeling of, like, this carries on the God of War legacy, but improves on it in so many ways. Like,
and sets up a future.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is that after Ascension, I thought God of War was dead and buried. I thought we were never going to see another one, and if we did, it was going to be mediocre at best.
It was going to be Gears of War 4.
Yeah. This game shows that there is a future for God of War, and it is a long and prosperous one if you leave it in the hands of Santa Monica and Cory Barlog is still around.
Yeah. Even if he's not directing the game, but I think if he's avoid a creative influence on that game, I think, yeah. I
mean, the thing with Cory is that, like, he's such the kind of person that from the interviews I've seen, that I could absolutely see him just going like, and I'm done with this. I'm out. But I feel like he needs to tell this story. Yeah. So I'm hoping that he finishes it off. I'm really hoping that it doesn't turn into like a Kojima thing where he ends up just storming out and leaving. Yeah. I really hope that he gets the chance to finish and tell the story that he wants to tell, because this thing is like, I think we said it on the spoiler cast, that this game feels so much like one man's vision. Yeah. It doesn't. And although that is shittily reductive because of how many people work on this game, but it's such a heavily crafted thing that it feels like a movie. Like, it feels directed in the way a movie does, in that you actually go like, that director deserves a little bit of credit for what they did.
Even if we had in video game the best director or best directing for video games, it'd be that. If it didn't get Game of the Year, like if for whatever reason it got Red Dead 2 or Spider-Man, like, hands down, no matter which way you go, he wins best director.
Yeah, the best director game of the year. I think the best playing game of the year, and I think the best. Well, there are probably better playing games, but I think for what it does, it is way, like, I found more fun playing God of War than playing any other game this year. Yeah. Like, actually playing it. Like, the swing of the axe, the throwing of the axe, the catching of the axe, the embedding of the axe. Like, all of the axe things are so good.
It is so good.
Yeah.
That's probably a downfall of when you get the Blade of Chaos back, is that they don't feel as good as the axe. Like, they feel good in their old games, but then, like, you get them, like,
but
the axe is perfect.
Yes, it axe feels so good that, like, I think what they probably expect at that point is for you to, like, 50-50 between axe and chaos blades. I didn't. It was more like 70-30. I used them when I needed to because the enemy was weak against fire.
But when I was getting surrounded, that's when I...
Yes, exactly. But if I had a chance to use that axe, you better fucking believe I was using that axe. And the amount of times I just threw it somewhere and then walked away because I could, and then could hit the button and just see how long it took to come back. Man.
This game also doesn't waste your time. Like,
no.
Every step you take is crafted, is directed, and like, it's fucking unbelievable. Like,
yeah. It proves that you don't have to have a game be a giant empty open world. You don't have to have the Ubisoft sandbox over and over and over again. You can have a heavily scripted, practically linear game. Like there's a hub world. There's a hub world, but like for the most part, if you want to mainline it, you can by just walking straight ahead. Like it's a fairly linear experience, and it can be a monolithic success. And that's what this was. And we've gone a while. But God of War is the game of the year for 2018.
God of War, game of the year. That's all Oh, the other thing, it's got other games inside of it.
There's a roguelike in there.
The battle.
There's like a battle arena combat dungeon thingy.
Like, and they're both still really fun. And they both end with Valkyrie in the end, which I'm like, okay, fuck. And then you're gonna sort your shit out, especially in the roguelike. You're like, I'm dead. And then like that. It's really
It's such a good game. So much stuff. Oh, man, can't wait. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining us. I don't know whether this is going to be separate parts, whether it's going to be one longy, but...
We might separate out between news and Game of the Year.
Yeah, cool. So we'll see if we can get a cut in there. But thank you so much for joining us. If you like the show, how are you going to do, like, the cuts?
That'll just be cuts.
Okay.
In the future, we have intros and outros, like jingles. That'll.
Oh, okay, cool.
This week they won't have that.
Oh, okay. Stay tuned for the jingles. I'm looking forward to that. Because I was just wondering, like, outro, intro stuff. Like,
we'll just treat it all as one podcast because this will still go up as one big video on the Patreon.
Yes.
Try and sort that out. Oh yeah, sorry.
We'll see how that goes. But if you enjoyed us, please leave a like and subscribe. Remember, we are building here, building. If you have any questions for the show, please comment below or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com. Support us on the Patreon to get early access to the full videos. The bits and pieces will go up on YouTube. And check out the Amalgam show, which will be going up later this week. I believe there's 2 of those going up in some capacity.
1 episode, 2 parts.
Yeah, 1 episode, 2 parts. And also, but what about the...
and then there's also the old episode of the Broly spoiler cast.
Yes.
Which will just be the 1 episode.
Yes, Broly spoiler cast will be going up as well. And also to check out all of our social media, Instagram, Twitter, at The Amalgam Show, and Facebook.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We will see you around. Bye.